Help me bring to the center of the stage here our very first nominee, Mr. Dev Sethi.
HTC, 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 HTC,
HTC, HTC, HTC.
HTC. You made it. Congratulations to you in believing in yourself and being here today at CIB 2019. Give yourself a round of applause. And give the person next to you a high five saying, you made it. Today, I'm going to share with you a story, a very personal story, which I've never said before. But before I say that, if you so happen to sleep while I say this story, it's okay. I'll consider I'm a fantastic bedtime storyteller. However, if you stay with me till the end, I'm going to say something very special, which can help you. What is it? I'll tell you in a second. I'm here today on the stage. It's because of you. It's because of you. You did not judge me for how I looked. You did not judge me for how I spoke. You did not judge me for my lower self. You did not judge me for any stupid questions I asked. In fact, the comments you did on my post, the comments you posted, they were my inspiration. They were my energy that got me here today. And for that, I want to start by saying thank you. My aim today is to share my experience, inspire you, give back to you, so you can also be here on stage next year at CIB. Raise your hands if you want to be here on stage next year. A little bit about me. You see, you and I was very similar. I started closing, I entered HTC last year in June, season 4. I don't know anything about closing. In fact, this is the first time I'm speaking in such a large crowd as well. I've never... When I started HTC, there were times I felt like giving up. It was difficult for me. I've never done it before. Maybe you're feeling the same. You and I are very similar. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I've got 2 kids, 2-year-old and 4-year-old. I'm originally from Thailand, but I live in Australia now. So that's a little bit about me. Let's go back in memory lane a little bit as to why I started HTC. Yep, let's go back in time. 13 years ago, I immigrated to Australia from Thailand with $3,000 loan in my pocket. New country, new place, did not know anyone, all alone, by myself, far away from family. Being far away from family, let's go back a little bit more in time. When I was 4.5 years old, I was in boarding school, overseas in India. My parents were in Thailand, setting up a business. Throughout my entire primary, secondary, I was in boarding school. Fast forward to today, I'm in Australia. Again, far away from family. My parents sacrificed a lot. I'm sure your parents sacrificed a lot for you as well. I didn't realize this till I had my two kids, 2-year-old and 4-year-old, Reina, Syra. They're my kids' name. The love I have for them, the sacrifices I make for them, made me realize the sacrifices my parents did for me. Maybe you realize that as well. And my parents are getting old. It's touching my heart that there's not much time. I've been away from them for so long. You would do anything for your kids. You would do anything for your loved ones, your family, your friends, your family, your parents, your kids. This is my purpose. I want to be able to be with my family, give back to my parents, my kids growing up with their grandparents, so they know the value of respecting the elders. That's why I'm doing this. Now, how did I discover HTC? How did I discover HTC? I wanted to give the best for my family. I ended up working 12, 14-hour days. I'm in a full-time job. I still am. I'm in an IT role, programmer, never done closing. 12 to 14-hour days, working so that my family can be together. But less did I know that the longer I worked, my kids were growing up without me. I didn't want that. So I went searching. I went on YouTube, looked, saw multiple YouTube videos, saw Sifu dance video. I ignored it at first, but it kept following me everywhere. I watched it so much, I binge watched it, that I started dreaming about it. 9th June, I'll never forget that day. 9th June, 1:30 in the morning, I was sleeping. I woke up. I quickly ran, took out my credit card, and I enrolled. I don't know why I did it, but there was a calling from deep inside. And that day changed my life. And I would like to say, thank you, Sifu. My one biggest takeaway from HTC is when I did it, closing is what you do for someone. Closing is not what you do to someone. This is what I learned, the biggest thing I learned. I put this to the test. 19th August 2018, my 40th birthday. I threw a party, a small party. I paid for it, all drinks, food, everything on me. But one condition, I told my friends, no gifts for me. I want to raise a fund for autism kids in Australia. And I set a target of $1,500. By the end, I raised $1,920 for the fund. That was my first boom. And the big lesson I learned, HTC changed me from the inside. It's not about me. It's about you. That's my lesson number one. The second thing I learned from HTC was, you see, all along this way, so I'm from season 4. My wife didn't understand what HTC was. We were not on the same page. I was growing distant from my kids. HTC taught me it's not about me. It's about bringing my family on a journey. And my wife joined HTC season 8. My kids today see me. So I like to wear my AirPods and I like to walk and close. That's my style, right? I like to walk and close. My kids looking at me like that. Papa, what are you doing? Today, after 1 year of closing, my kids think it's a game. And every night I come back from work, after dinner, they'll make me sit on the sofa, and one of them will go in front, 2-year-old will go in front, and she will tell me everything she did for the day. And they call this public talking.
Oh, nice.
And the second lesson I got from HTC is, HTC brings family together. It didn't stop there. Number 3 thing I learned, I've never done closing. I was so terrified in my lower self. I saw this YouTube video of Sifu, the TEDx talk about self-image. I keep watching it, keep watching it, keep watching it. And I believe in myself so much that after 1 year of closing, I'm happy to say, I've closed over $1 million in sales. I forgot to mention one more thing, which is very, very close to my heart. My wife's here as well, in the crowd with us. Her name is Preeti. Last year she couldn't make it because our kids were really young, 1.5 and 3.5. As soon as CIB finished last year, I bought a ticket for both of us. I said, we're coming. It took her 6 months of closing her parents to fly from Thailand to Australia to look after the kids so she can come with me today. I want to leave you with one thought. And before that thought, I'd like to say one thing. Remember, I told you if you stay with me till the end, I'm going to say something special. You see, you and I, very similar. I've never done closing before. Maybe some of you have, or some of you have not. I believed in it. I made a commitment to myself last year, sitting in the crowd among you at CIB, that I'm going to be up on stage. I made that commitment to myself, and today I'm here. But I want to make one commitment for you, to help you, that if you, and this is my commitment to you, right? I, Sukhdev, from season 4, make this commitment to you today, that if you genuinely swim towards the HTC community, if you swim towards me, I will help guide you, support you, so you can achieve your success and be here on stage next year. When they say you are closer than you think, it actually is. So I'd like to leave you with one last statement. Everybody here, on the count of 3, will say you are closer than you think. 1, 2, 3. You are closer than you are.